Top 25 Quality Control, QC, Interview Questions and Answers. Quality control is one of the most important criteria to be considered when releasing products or offering services in any company. Hence, it is safe to say that the position responsible for this is highly sought among employers. It is undeniable that different interviews may ask different questions. In this article, however, we will look at 25 questions which may be asked when interviewing for a quality control position, along with the answers. It is hoped that this could provide insights for interviewees in acing their interviews. Let's begin now. 1. Why are you interested in this role? Display that you are really motivated to get hired for the position offered. Sample answer. I have been aiming to secure a job here in this prominent company. When I saw that this position is offered, I believe this is a golden chance for me to grow my career path. I have always enjoyed working in the area of quality control. Aside from being able to display my skills here, I hope I could learn a lot here too. 2. What makes you qualify for this job? It is important to attract employers' attention towards your skills and specialty. Sample answer. I hold a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and have been working in this field for almost 5 years. Throughout these years I have joined multiple courses to boost my qualifications and hone my skills further in this area. I love to learn new things and aim to be able to share what I learned with junior colleagues. 3. What are the roles of quality control? Be familiar with the job scopes of quality control. Sample answer. One of the roles of quality control is returning products that do not meet the standards to be fixed. We are also responsible to document and keep record of any repairs or defects that occurred in the products or services offered. The other role is to ensure a safe environment and complying with the regulations. 4. What are the qualities needed to be successful in quality control? Make sure that the qualities are related to the nature of the job offered. Sample answer. One of the qualities needed to be successful in quality control is logical thinking and attention to detail. These are important since they need to assess the products carefully and ensure they meet the standards established. Another trait is interpersonal skills since they are responsible to relay information to every related sector and team member. 5. What are the challenges you once had in the past related to this field? This question will portray your problem-solving skills. Sample answer. My biggest challenge when I was first hired in my previous workplace is dealing with difficult customers. I was quite timid and whenever an unhappy customer came, I would face a loss of words and become extremely nervous. Luckily, my senior colleague always intervenes and guides me on how to deal with them. 6. What are the characteristics of quality control? Be prepared with any theoretical questions. Sample answer. One of the characteristics of quality control is to ensure the products are of high quality. Depending on the requirements for the company, it could also refer to providing the lower cost to customers. Besides, it is to make sure that all the plans are implemented accordingly and goals are met. 7. Describe your daily routine as a quality control. This question will display your level of experience. Sample answer. One of my daily tasks was to monitor and inspect the operations running for specific products. I was also in charge of recording any changes or testing done towards the products. Besides these, I always have to ensure all the products delivered comply with the regulations either state or federal level. 8. What kind of strategies and mindset are required for this role? This question will display your readiness for this position. Sample answer. I always remind myself to keep myself flexible to any changes. This role requires a lot of patience and I need to be meticulous at all times. This will help to prevent overlooking any mistakes from happening to the deliverables. My strategy is to always double-check everything and ask for other people's help too. 9. What is the biggest challenge you foresee in this job? This question will display your preparedness for the job. Sample answer. One of the biggest challenges I may face is to adapt to the company policies. Different companies may establish different standards and policies. While I am usually able to stay flexible and adaptive to new surroundings, it is undeniable that I am too used to the previous company's policies. Hence, I may need some time to learn about the new policies. 10. How do you stay motivated at work? Some employers ask this question to predict if the candidates plan to work for a long term or not. Sample answer. I find motivation by clearly listing out my goals either daily, weekly, or on longer terms. Being able to accomplish the goals will motivate me a lot and help me to keep doing my best. Some examples of goals I set are trying our new applications, working on a different task, and meeting up deadlines. 11. Describe a time you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. Do not hesitate to share about your experience. Sample answer. One of the mistakes I made in the previous role was a miscommunication with the other sector. At that time, I was unaware of the importance to always keep updated with other team members. It resulted in miscommunication and there were changes done without updating them. It was not a major mistake, but I learned a lot from the experience. 12. Share with us one of the biggest conflicts you faced in the past. This question will display your problem-solving skills. Sample answer. One of the biggest conflicts was when I had to deal with a very unhappy customer. The customer was dissatisfied with the service although it was clearly mentioned about the details for the service. I dealt with the issue by providing other options they could choose from that may suit their interest. 13. Share with us your greatest achievement. Display your outstanding accomplishment to increase your chances of being hired. Sample answer. The greatest achievement I made in the past was when I introduced a new application to ease the work in the team. My previous team heavily used manual testing for the software. During my first month there, I mustered up my courage to bring out the issue and my idea was welcomed warmly by the others. It was one accomplishment that I will always find pleasing. 14. What can you do to minimize errors and loss? Prepare yourselves with the situational questions. Sample answer. To reduce errors and loss, it is important to regularly monitor the progress of the products. Analyzing and setting up benchmarks may help a lot. There are a lot of applications that could be used to organize the data and track the performances clearly. 15. What is your suggestion to ensure customer satisfaction? This question displays your customer service skills. Sample answer. Customer service is a subjective task. There are times where we can't meet every customer's expectations. My suggestion is to clearly provide the information on the product or service offered so the customers are aware of what to expect or not. Other than that, it is helpful to come up with different options that may suit different customers' needs and preferences. 16. What are the steps for quality control processes? Other than situational questions, you must also be alert to theoretical and practical questions. Sample answer. The first step is to establish the standards for the product's quality. The next step is prioritizing which quality standards that ought to be emphasized more compared to others. Next is to develop a clear process to meet the standards throughout the development of the products. All of these processes should be accompanied by getting feedback and improving accordingly based on the reviews obtained. 17. In your opinion, what are the top quality management principles that should be focused on? Be familiar with the terms and practical knowledge of this field. Sample answer. In my opinion, some of the most important quality management principles that should be focused more are customer expectations. It is really important to find out customers' needs since our products won't sell without the presence of customers. The other fundamental principle is the process approach. Well-organized process will ease the process and minimize errors and loss. 18. How do you keep up to date with new trends and applications? This question will display how passionate and committed you are to the job. Sample answer. I am very passionate to explore new things, technology included. One of my ways to keep up to date with the newest technology is by subscribing to the newsletter of my favorite brand and label. I also follow experts in their social media and LinkedIn to stay updated with their recommendations and review on new products. 19. Share your experience working effectively in a group. It is important for employees to be able to work in groups aside from being able to lead efficiently. Sample answer. We were once assigned to a project and none of my team members wanted to become the leader. I was inexperienced and was reluctant to lead at first. However, I thought that must be a great opportunity for me to try, and I managed to bring my team to perform the tasks effectively. Not only that, we managed to earn the highest mark for the project, and that experience taught me a lot. Not only I was able to work in a group, but that experience also revealed that I do have the skills to lead if I try. 20. Why do you think standards are important in quality control? This question displays your knowledge of the job scope. Sample answer. Establishing standards is good for the company since it would help the team members to stay organized and on track. It would prevent redundancy, which will lead to loss doing unnecessary processes. Besides, establishing standards will help to provide clear guidance for all the members involved. 21. What are some quality control characteristics as stated in ISO standards that you know? This question will display your knowledge of the job offered. Sample answer. There are several ISO standards that ought to be met when releasing products. Some of the characteristics as per ISO standards are quality management, auditing, environmental management, and risk management. The other ISO standards for quality control are reliability, efficiency, usability, and maintainability. 22. Do you think it is important to establish a good relationship with other sectors? This question displays your interpersonal and communication skills. Sample answer. Yes, building a good relationship with other teams besides the customers is very important. Good rapport allows better communication and will prevent any unnecessary miscommunication and ensure all information is relayed effectively. 23. Are you familiar with any tools that could be used for quality control? Sample answer. I am familiar with Master Control since it is an application I have used back when I was in university and also in my previous workplace. This application helps a lot in easing my works, especially for management purposes. Other than that, I am also up to date with any new technology for this field of work. 24. What are your career goals as a quality control team member? It is helpful to research the career path that may be taken in the company or the job title. Sample answer. My short term is to complete at least 3 qualifications related to this field such as PMP. For the longer term, I wish to be able to be an effective and organized leader for my team members so that we could boost up the performance more. Besides, I also aim to achieve the title as an expert in CAD. 25. Share an experience where you had to make a huge decision in this field. How would you conclude the decision? This question will display your experience for the job. Sample answer. In the past, I hardly have to make any huge decisions since I usually work as a team member. However, if I were to be assigned with the role, I would consider many things before concluding and coming up with a conclusion. If I think the decision would bring more good than bad impacts to the products, I will proceed with the decision with other people's consensus. Listed above are the 25 interview questions along with the answers when applying for a quality control position. We wish you the best of luck for candidates applying for this position.